Okay, so now we're going to work on a number of different ways that you can enter into the al revés position from the regular tango position. And we're going to teach it according to the system that Antonio Todaro used when he would teach to his students. And always the first way that he would teach to his students was to teach a simple turn, a little spin, a giro from the cross of the woman, so number 5 in what we would call the salida. That usually is one of the easiest ways to get into the position. It's not the only way. Today we're going to be working on 4 ways. Of course, there's many different ways to work on it, but this is the most easiest one to start with, okay? So basically here we're going to start in a very good position with the woman here, just a normal position, and we start dancing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you notice here I send the woman out a little bit. I need to give her a little bit of space so that she'll be able to turn on her own axis. So it's important that I send her out just a little bit here. Okay, why don't we see that one more time? So from here, I start embracing the woman very well. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here I adjust my position a little bit to come around the woman. Now here basically the idea is I need to lead the woman to do half a turn just simply to give me her back. So the idea is here with my left arm, I'm just going to simply give her the impulse. And here I'm going to step up to embrace her with the arm. So the idea once again here we have in the cross. From here, all of the impulse is going to be a circular movement with the left arm. This way, I step up to the woman to then embrace her here and immediately embrace her around the waist here with the right arm. Something that's very important here is we don't want to make the mistake of trying to turn the woman this way. This isn't necessarily going to turn her the proper way. The idea is that it's a circular movement. It comes around her body so that she can spin very well. And the right hand here, we need to try as much as we can to keep this around the woman's waist. That, for example, I wouldn't want to do this. And then come up to embrace her this way. That wouldn't be a very good thing to do. We want to try to keep our right arm encircling the woman so that she can turn in this space. Just in case if she goes a little bit off balance, we can bring her right back on her balance again. So from here, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Watch especially the right hand here. So I turn the woman, and I take one step up just a little bit to place my chest against her shoulder blade here. That's very important to have this contact immediately here and to have a very good position here. Okay? Okay, so we've already discussed the man's role in this first entrance into the al revés position. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the woman's part of exactly how to follow very well this step. Basically, it's very simple that we start in the first 5 steps of the basic salida that you already know. It's very simple. So we start here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the woman crosses here. But something that's very important is the man is going to send the woman out a little bit into her cross, so it's very important that she adjusts herself a little bit with the arms. That's very important to give her body a little bit of space to be able to do the turn. So from here, we start, of course, the woman, she can be embracing the man very close. And at this point, when the man sends the woman out, her hand, it just slides a little bit along the man's arm, as if it were a rail, as if it were a bar. It slides along a little bit. Now, this simply places the woman very well on her axis so that she has a good position. That's very important to be able to do the turn. Now, at the moment of the turn, the woman is in the cross. So if we look here at the feet, the woman in the cross here, basically the idea is it's almost as if she's going to do half of a front ocho, except that front ocho continues. She spins and boom, she brings her feet together to stop her turn. That's something that's very important, that once she's here in the turn, across, she spins and brings the foot together. That just simply acts like a brake to stop her very well in the position. Now this arm here is very important how she places her arm. That the idea is, if possible, that the woman keep it very close to her own body here. She's going to bring it to her body close and then simply present her arm here. So the idea is that this right arm gives a little bit of inertia, it gives a little bit of energy to spin and then to stop. So she wants to keep this close to her body as opposed to very far out. That's very important. Also, her left hand is important. That if she needs a little bit of extra energy to accomplish the turn, she can give a little push off here from the man's arm with her left hand. That sometimes is a possibility as well. So from here, She has her arm well placed, and boom. She gives the little push of energy. See? Okay, so we've already explained the man's part, the woman's role as well in this step, and now we're going to show it to you, first of all, in very slow motion, so that you can study all of the movements and see how it all comes together. And then we're going to show it to you in the real time that you would use in dancing the figure, okay? So first, in slow motion. And now we have it in real time.